Target, thank you.
Oh yeah, for reload my gun.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Hey, what's up everyone, this is Sarge. Now that we've gotten a complete overhaul to the Black Ops snipers in Warzone, alongside the attachments that go along with them, I wanted to see where they fit in the arsenal of snipers that we have available and give you guys my top 5 aggressive snipers and the loadouts that I would recommend running with them. Coming in at number 1, we have no surprise, the Kar 98 is still the best sniper to be running aggressively, primarily because it has a great ADS. There's a lot of aiming stability that comes with Modern Warfare guns that you don't really have to attack on, that the Black Ops weapons do not have, and so that's another thing that gives this weapon a great competitive edge. It just has great aiming stability, has great ADS, and then on top of that has also great bullet velocity. So can't deny it's a great sniper to be running around with, and it's still, with all of these seasons, have dominated that role for aggressive sniping in Warzone. The loadout that you're looking at here is pretty much my go-to, with an exception to the barrel. I am shortening it down to the shorter barrel to give me a little bit more movement speed and ADS compared to long barrel. Most competitive players would usually run the long barrel, but just this is a different way you can run this weapon. You get more ADS and more movement speed on top of not losing recoil control and all of the stuff that goes along with adding a barrel onto your sniper. So that's just something to think about when you're running this sniper. And then on top of that, the optic, I use this reticle here called the Cover Shot. I've recommended this in previous videos. That's pretty much the best reticle to run with sniper scope. You can swap out the sniper scope for a variable zoom, which is also a little bit faster on the ADS side of things. And then some people like to run a stippled grip tape without a barrel. I've mentioned that in my previous videos as well, or a sleight of hand. That's up to you. Coming in at 2, which did not make my top 5 snipers in my last video, is surprisingly the Swiss K31. It has gotten a great buff to its aiming stability and then overall control. It's a great weapon to use, especially now with the new attachments that they've readjusted for this gun. And that's primarily the sound moderator on top of combat recon, which gives the best bullet velocity for all of the snipers in Black Ops. And then now that we have a TAC laser, the 5mm laser is going to be your go-to for more increased aiming stability and ADS. That's going to be recommended for pretty much all Black Ops snipers. And then the Serpent grip I ran with instead of airborne, even though they did buff the airborne for the aiming stability. I feel like you lose a lot of movement speed with that if you're running the airborne elastic versus the Serpent wrap. Serpent wrap, you get great ADS without the hit to movement speed, which is what you want to use this weapon for if you're going to be using it for aggressive play. And then the 5th attachment is completely up to you. Some people like to use the optic. I just use the default one. It's great right now. They did change the optics when it comes to the 3 times and the 4 times, which normally you would run before. They mimic more the Modern Warfare attachments like the VLK, and so that's something to consider, even the SUSAT as well. So I'm just using the default because I like it. It works fine for me. I'm adding the 7-round mag, give me a little bit more ammunition to play with, and then you can tackle on multiple teams if you have more ammo without having to reload in between. So that's my recommended. Some people also recommend the no stock, which gives you a little bit better sprint to fire. And that's completely up to you. But yeah, this is what you're looking at as far as the best loadout for the Swiss K31. Now coming in at number 3, we have the Pellington 703. Pretty much the same loadout that I'm using with my Swiss K31. The only difference is sometimes I do like to run the wrap suppressor on this because I feel like the bullet velocity I've managed to get the hang of, because I'm used to using the wrap suppressor until they changed the sound moderator. I'm a lot more comfortable with the wrap suppressor on the Pellington versus the Swiss K31. Nonetheless, it's just like another learning curve you have to get used to. On top of that, you have a great ADS with this gun. You have great bullet velocity already. Now that you have TAC laser, you have even better ADS and aiming stability. This gun did have a lot of sway. It even feels like it's more sway than the Swiss K31 after the 31 buff. And so that's why it kind of pushes this a little bit over the edge when it comes to comparing it to the K31. I still think the K31 is a little bit better when it comes to more extreme aggressive gunplay. But nonetheless, now with the changes that they made with the attachments, you don't have to use the 3 times or the 4 times optic, which was ideal if you wanted to have no scope glint. But now that they've changed that, you can just use the default scope, which I was already doing, and absolutely perform well in the aggressive arena. All right, coming in at number 4, we have the Tundra. Now the Tundra already has great bullet velocity, and so I'm swapping the barrel out from Combat Recon to Tiger Team because you do get a better fire rate, which this gun lacks compared to the Pellington and the Swiss K31. And you mix this with the sound moderator, which is already a great attachment for aggressive play. You have an absolutely deadly sniper in your hands, and one of the better ones if you're going to be running more of a traditional role. But this one you can also run aggressively in Warzone, and I think what gives the Black Ops weapons an edge over the Modern Warfare counterparts is just having a higher magazine in general. Having more bullets is always a great thing when you're dealing with multiple groups, especially if you're playing solo. It's just great to not have to reload as often. On top of that, we already have increased buffs to the ADS for the Black Ops snipers, so it's just a great all-around change for all of the Black Ops snipers in Warzone. Coming in at number 5, we have the SPR208 with the Dragoon barrel, which I have run when this weapon first launched. This was my favorite go-to weapon for aggressive play. You are going to take a big hit to the bullet velocity, so that's something to consider. Normally, you would run the long barrel with a mono suppressor, and then normal rounds, and then sleight of hand perk. That's pretty much your go-to for a competitive edge on using the sniper. But this is my overall aggressive or extreme aggressive loadout. And much like the K31, there is going to be a learning curve to this gun. If there is any adjustments that you'd like to make to this, you can take off the optic and run for something a little bit smaller like the VLK. Or if you're really bold, you can go iron sight with sleight of hand perk, which I've done in the past. And ideally, I would probably have this a lot higher. But now that they've done a complete overhaul to the Black Ops snipers to really bring them up to par, it just kind of took a back seat because now there's just better options that you can run with now. So yeah, that's my top 5 today. You guys have been seeing me run around the Swiss K31 having an absolute blast, and that's what we're going to do in today's gameplay footage. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite aggressive snipers are in Warzone and the setups that you run with them. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Supply box ready for pickup. Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Lone Wolf calling Wolf Den, over.
This is Loader 2-0, good copy. Clusters.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Got you.
Oh my god.
Enemy UAV.
Oh yeah.
Idle shooter.
Most wanted target neutralized. Well done. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Win. Survive.
Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV overhead.
What happened to my stun?
Enemy soldier incoming.
Water.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Wow.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
2 people. And even do anything.
Enemy soldier incoming.
I had to reload.
Oh gosh.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
thought you were someone else this whole time.
On the other side. Other side of this wall.
I'm reloading.
Oh, he's right here!
Hostile.
I had to pull off.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh, good. Can you kill him?
Well, yeah, after I reload my gun.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Got him!
Oh my gosh, dude. You're fucking good. Right there. Carrie's
Hostile
over
dropping
there.
into the area.
Come
Watch
up
the
over
skies.
Right here, right here. It's coming to you. Right there.
Hostile operator.
Got him.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Hey, come see me. Can you hear me?
Oh wait, how'd you die?
There's a knife from the back.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
He's coming out. Guy coming out. Careful. You good,
Enemy
you good?
soldier incoming.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh my gosh, Leo, you're crazy.
Dude, this sniper's good, I'm not joking. This
Enemy soldier
the buff they
incoming.
added to it is really good.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Okay.
Right here.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Idiot.
There's another one behind us.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh.
Nice try, buddy.
Leo.
Nice try.
Yeah, armor here. Here.
No, I'm good, I'm good. I got a second.
Someone's to our left behind.
Yep, someone's here, on me.
I got it. He's
Enemy
down,
soldier
he's
incoming.
there.
Contact! Contact!
Oh yeah, he's right here. Right here.
I got him.
We're above us.
He's in the
Hostile
sky.
dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
He's right here.
Bro, we're just chopping these
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
up here,
armor.
dude. They're gonna be
Hey,
grinding
armor
right now.
plates. You need armor plates?
Do you need?
Yes. Yeah, I
Dropping
need some
some here.
armor.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Right now.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the
They're coming
skies.
back.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
I'm with you. Oh, behind us.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
What the? Oh my gosh, this thing. I'm good. I'm myself. One tap. Where you?
No, he got us both.
Post one. Blue house. Post one.
Under fire!
Locate and secure cash.
Post one. Then do it.
Hostile attack chopper carrying cash. Shoot it down. Enemy soldier incoming.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for
Oh my god, there's a bunch of people
Enemy
coming
dropping
away.
into the
Hostile
AO.
operator.
Guy over here. Oh, yeah, you're crazy.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Boy, get the head. Don't touch my boy.
Oh, I need armor.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Here, come here. Here, Leo. Here.
Marking armor.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Oh, I got that guy.
Oh my god, where were you guys? Oh my gosh. Who in third place, bro?
The shotgun's insane, dude.
Guys, right here.
Idle shooter.
Enemy dropping into
Bunch
the
of
AO.
cash.
Nice.
Oh, behind me. Behind me.
Yeah, they went back to where we were just at earlier. Let's go back to where we were.
Alright.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Leo.